Scott, how would you describe your working relationship with Southside?
Very good. We've been talking a lot lately, no doubt. Yeah.
How would with Corbin Burns, would it be a soft landing for him to be able to go to the Cubs and have his relationship with Counsell, and confirmed, and helpful as he moves on in his career?
Well, Corbin is. You have to go back in time to think about the consistency of the 180 innings of either winning the Cy or having Cy voting. Essentially, he is. He's continues to be a Corbin copy of his previous seasons. No doubt. So he's very, very rare in what he does. He's the foundation of having a number one in the postseason, the only guy to go 8 innings, pitched in the AL East, did it highly effective. So these are really talents that do not exist. We really haven't had anybody on the market like him since Garrett Cole.
You think a good landing for him would be the Cubs?
Well, I would let teams determine that, not me.
What is Alonso's market like for these handful of days?
We hear a lot about the bear market for power hitting first baseman, and for Pete's sake, it's the polar opposite.
Where Soto's contract is expected to end up, does that need to be resolved before some of these also very big contracts get sorted out?
That is a great question. And unfortunately, it's not one that I can answer. It's one that they can. But I have no indication there's, in the discussion of certainly the Mets players, that there's any order of operation other than the desire to sign good players.
Does Southside expect Blake Snell's free agent experience to be different this year? Obviously, you want to help.
Oh, I think there's no doubt that the Snelling salts have created a lot of whiffs, and the market has definitely awakened to Blake Snell.
How much has Sean Manaea increased his value over the last year, and where do you see him kind of fitting into this market?
I would say that Sean Manaea has put himself in a position of being a 1-2 starter versus being considered a 3 starter coming in. His adjustment and ability to pitch up in the zone and strikeout rates, his command, all of that has resulted in a reevaluation of the industry of what Sean can do for them, and he has a very, very vast market right now.
Scott, for as long as you've been doing this, do you recall another time where the Yankees and Mets have had the resources at the same time and the aggression for the same type of players during an offseason?
Well, let's see. Obviously, with A-Rod way back when, there was. Of course, when you walk through these things, there's probably times that, particularly for pitching and others, where they've both been interested, and in this case, it doesn't just flow to one; it flows to Pete. Sure. It flows to starting pitching. So it's, these are highly competitive markets who see really talents that are here that you don't normally have an opportunity to receive, and they know that they won't be there next year. So they all move up their pursuits because they're looking at free agent markets in next year and the year after and saying, for me, this is something that I really, really want, so I'm going to really maybe pursue 2 to 3 players rather than one, knowing what value they bring to me.
How would you describe your relationship with Steve
You know, it's kind of where he is an owner that does what my clients want owners to do, and my clients are the kind of players that an owner would want to do what he wants to do. So there's certainly a common thread that exists between my clients and what Steve's intentions are.